Hi, and welcome, Divine Angelite. Disclaimer, sorry if you hear the washer going in the background, but I thought it was kind of perfect since this is the Cancer season preview for 2024. Cancer is that water cardinal energy, and I thought it was kind of fitting, if nothing else. I apologize if it is anything else, like obtrusive. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I'm Angel Yvette, and if you've been here before, thank you for supporting and checking me out again. If you haven't, feel free to take a look around after this video and see other videos that I've done and put out, and whether it's the kind of material you like to watch, and please do hit those buttons, the subscribe, the like, and be sure to comment. Love comments, love responding, and all that good jazz. So I recorded this on the 17th of June, and it recorded without audio. So here I am doing a voiceover for this video, and it's kind of exciting. It's kind of interesting. I'm still talking with my hands. You could see me in the little bubble, in the little box in the corner, as I adjust the angle and whatnot. Yeah, and I'm just gonna go ahead and voice over the reading as I go along. I did start this reading with some downloads that I had, really about getting feet wet. I had some downloads maybe around the 12th of this month, just meditating on this preview for Cancer season, and I kept feeling like get your feet wet, which over time was like, at this time we may be getting cold feet, some of us. At this time we may be just finding comfortability with getting our feet wet in a way that we thought there would be maybe progress, like rapid progress in a certain situation. And alternatively, there could be rapid progress in something that we've been getting our feet wet in. So if it applies, go ahead and hit that like. If it applies in any ways that I just listed for those downloads, if it fits, also let me know. I also began this reading with a quote that was presented to me actually via Canva. And so I'm going to go ahead and read that as well. I'm opening everything but what I need to open right now. So here we go. It was a quote from Eleanor Roosevelt. A few months ago, a fellow reader and I, Tiffany's Tarology, we did a celebration for Women's Month and Women's History Month, and I thought it was maybe like a ripple from that. So the quote is that the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. And I thought that was profound to see immediately before beginning the broadcast that uploaded and recorded without sound. And I went ahead and shared it because I thought maybe that wasn't only a message for me to receive, but one to share, just because of the timing and because of the connection I feel like with water and with specifically Cancer and the moon. There's so much mystery, and there's so much of this dream-like energy that is happening, like dream recalls even. I've been having some interesting dream recalls and things of that nature. So if you've been feeling anything like that, go ahead and let me know about it. Let's share, let's talk, let's chat. Okay, alrighty, and it looks like I'm now going into 3 cards that jumped out. I have 2 briefcases of card decks. So I opened one of the briefcases and 3 cards literally jumped out from an entirely different deck, the Power Deck, Cards of Wisdom, which is one of my first babies. It was pretty interesting for that deck to speak out right before this reading as well. So I was getting a bunch of messages in addition to the downloads, and I just wanted to share everything. And I don't know if I go into these right now, but there's 3 altogether that come out, and the numeral aspects of them were pretty interesting too. 29, 8, and 18, hinting toward how the energy of the reading could go on into August and September, but that would be, summer. Yay, it's summertime. Cancer is the cardinal sign of the water signs, and that's because Cancer kicks off the season of summer. I feel like Cancers kind of get a bad rep as being overly emotional. Cancer's deeply intuitive, known to be deeply intuitive, deeply emotional, deeply caring, nurturing, and compassionate. Cancer energy reminds us to honor our emotions. Cancer energy reminds us to refine our emotions and to approach situations gently and with a nurturing energy, all while not dismissing our emotions. So now I'm going to get into the read. I did an elemental layout as I do for the season previews. And of course, this one's going to be a water elemental layout. So let me go ahead and see if I can speed up some of this and play some music for y'all until that happens. Oh yes, and then another card came out from another deck, and it's the shadow card. So maybe the fact of that coming out, because it came out a few months ago in a reading, we're still working on letting go of things. We're still working on coming to terms with things. We're still letting ourselves be fully ready to embrace the dynamics of our being. And I think that is the message of the shadow card coming out in this like it did. It was sneaky. It was hidden away within the deck. So I thought that was interesting as well. Here I go with the shuffle. First card out the gate is the highlighted message, and the highlighted message for this read is the 2 of Swords reversed. So that's a great message from the jump. Let's keep going. Second card out is the 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles, that stands for the support from source. Signals of support, really. The third card is the Death card reverse, and the third position is for how to approach this time, which is beautiful. The Death card in itself is like an ending, is like a, it's a lot. We're beginning anew overall. Fourth card out is the 3 of Wands reversed, which is great as well. I mean, all of the cards are great in their own way, so I'm gonna just try not to say that, but I mean, the fluidity of this message is pretty intense. It's pretty insane. It's pretty great. So it's hard not to say so. This card and the next card did not surface themselves. They were the only 2 cards to not surface themselves in this reading. So we're going to jump down to the 7th position, because that's the 6th and the 5th and the 6th position. The 7th position actually had 2 cards come out, which is the 4 of Wands reversed. It's kind of hard to see. And the 2 of Cups. Before I get into the reading, I'm going to go ahead and get the oracle message together. That's the 8th position for this layout. Any positions that I didn't highlight what they are, I will highlight as I go through the reading. So 3 cards emerged for the oracle message, and those cards were number 22, the Creator. I'm actually not well versed in reading Roman numerals, but the second card is Thanatos, and the third card is the Ring. But of the layouts, that's 8 different positions, so we're going to come back to those 3 cards. For now, we're going to get started with the first card, which is that Two of Swords reversed. Two of Swords reversed. Two of Swords upright can convey confusion, can convey being between two thoughts, not having a certain understanding of something. With the Two of Swords being reversed here, it's a very sure energy. It's a very clarifying energy. And I feel like it's almost as if we're coming to a state, or we're in a state of feeling more sure and reassured of the processes that are happening in and of around us, enough to be able to more securely and confidently navigate forward, or even just exist in a state of stillness that is not counterproductive. I want to say, I don't know if there's another synonym for counterproductive at the moment. If there is, I'll try to include it, put it on the screen. There's a sense of feeling comfortable and settling into a state of comfortability, which is really awesome, I think. That comes with this card as well. Upright, the Two of Swords would be more of a defensive energy. Going into the second card of the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is highlighting these two disabled characters, essentially, these wounded characters. And for this second position, it is supports from source. So maybe it is highlighting that we should do that internal introspective work to see where the source of any discomfort or any disability lies, right? So that we can make informed decisions on how to heal. That's a dangerous word in these parts these days, but and how to better take care of ourselves, how to better nurture ourselves. That theme of nurturing keeps coming back up. So that is essentially, potentially going to be a significant portion of this Cancer season is healing or finding a way to soothe certain things that have been either underlying or hidden and have slowly, or in their own time, been coming to the surface, and in their own way been coming to the surface. There's also a message of support here. So if we're unable to decipher these things ourselves, know that there are, we can reach out to loved ones, we could reach out to support groups, we could reach out to therapists, if that, and to know that that's not a place of shame. It's actually a place of power, and it can be a cushion to our stability as we grow stronger and in understanding who we are, the shadow, the light, the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows. As we go forward, it's going to help us. This understanding will help us in the present day and as we go forward with any other matters that are going on in life. Because some things do feel uncontrollable or a little more hopeless, I would say. They present a little more of a hopelessness energy. And The Five of Pentacles always shows me and reminds me of the importance of being tapped in with faith, and that does not have to be religious in the saying, but faith is knowing that everything's going to be okay at the end of the day, and taking the chances that are needed to, get the fullest out of our experiences, because that's the key to life, is to really care for life. And again, here's that word, nurture ourselves, each other, and the world we live in and on. For the next card, all right, we're on to position number 3 for this reading, which is the position of approaching this time. As you see, it's the Death card reversed, which is great because death is in itself very explainable. That the notion we have of death being final, being a ending, being a passing of sorts. With it being reversed in this position, I see the potential and I see the capacity for there to be a lot of opportunities or instances of incorporating a newness into our lives at this time, whether that's a new mindset, a new identity change, if we want to change our style, a new potential relationship with some of the other cards that are out here. And I think that is really good for the summer, since we should be getting out at this time and sort of embracing each other. And, being outside is always good when we can be. I know it's getting hotter, so be sure to be cautious with that. Stay hydrated, wear sunscreen, that hopefully some safe sunscreen. And that's about all that I can say about this card here. Approaching this time, just be ready to jump into new beginnings. Maybe not jump in, maybe just dip your toes into some new beginnings when you discover them or when you come about them during this Cancer season. The fourth position is immediate influences. It looks like the card energy for the fourth position is the Three of Wands reversed. Three of Wands reversed is telling me that, like, in this state of stillness, maybe we have been distracted, and maybe we have been restless, and maybe we have been very tired at this time when it comes to setting up or really putting the energy into configuring what our desires are going forward. For me, wands are all about desires. I'm a wandy myself, and I really feel that the desires that we have already had, we may be looking to shift from those desires, but we may not feel like we know how at times. Possibly it may be another shift. Know that we are multifaceted creatures, and we can reinvent ourselves as often as we need to and as often as we would like. So that's a good energy. Also, you don't have to change, right? So know that also feels like an energy here. From the Three of Wands reversed. Maybe there's a yearning to travel, but then making a decision to not travel, that may also be good at this time. So yeah, that's all I have for the Three of Wands. Now these next two cards did not surface themselves, so that's always exciting for me. This is the 5th position of adapting and adaptability, and the 6th position of harmony. And these are sort of like the crossing points for me. Usually the first card is probably the most potent card, but the 5th and the 6th are the ones that are like the pivots, or the rivets that really either slow us down, or where we decide to stay still, or we decide to speed up. It's Angel Yvette. Hi. If you're enjoying this video, if you're enjoying the energy here, please consider giving this video a like, giving the channel a subscribe, and drop a comment if you'd like. Also, Limitless Light is on multiple social medias, and what is social if we're not, linking up and getting together and chatting it out? So check out Limitless Light on TikTok and Instagram as well. Like I said, it's all love over here. And thank you so much, Divine Angel Light, if you are still here. Yes! Thank you for trusting me and for taking a chance on yourself and just giving me your time of day. The divine in me fully sees the divine in you. Excellent. So now that we have gotten to this point, I'm just going to say this real quick. This is a longer video. It's a lot of elements, so check out the timestamps. I hope I include them. Let's get to the 5th position of adaptability. For this position, I'm so excited because I don't know what the card is. So it looks like we got the 9 of Pentacles in the adaptability position, which is a wonderful, abundant, fantastic, high energy to have to appear here. The 9 of Pentacles is sort of like that dream-like state of everything being okay, like I alluded to earlier. And in this instance, especially as a result of, the different details of life that are taken into accountability, the value that we put into things and what we get from that, the yields that we get from that. The 9 and the 7 of Pentacles are similar in that way. However, the 9 of Pentacles has grounded the energy in abundance and in appreciation. And it's this almost effortless sense of navigation and existence, which is really a fantastic, lovely state to find oneself in, as opposed to, the struggle or the hardships, right? Being able to carry oneself gracefully and with tact throughout the different arenas and situations of life can be difficult. So to find ourselves in a space that we can exist gracefully is really sweet. Let's go ahead and go into the 6th position, and that's the harmonizing position, of which we got here the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands is positive, quick, Well, it doesn't always have to be positive, but I feel like coming out of the fifth position, it is giving more of a positive energy. I feel if it were reversed, then it might not feel the same. It might feel like that struggle is still underlying in some way. This grace that is this element of grace that is more of a mask or more of a front than a real embodiment of it, a true embodiment of the grace. There are things happening very quickly, like very, very quickly, in a way that we may be put in these places where we do just have to sort of trust, right? Trust that the arrows that are shot will not hit us. You know what I mean? The arrows that we shoot are on target. So that's what the Eight of Arrows, Eight of Wands energies is giving me here. Going into the last position of going deeper is just like overall, more or less, and like continued substantial messages, right? So it's the Four of Wands reversed and the Two of Cups. They both came out together for this position. So I feel like it's more so saying there are liable to be tumultuous times that come up during this Cancer season, and that during those tumultuous times, the one thing that we can really find, the one source of grace that we can really find at these times are those treasured, valued relationships, either to other people or to our practices and things of that nature, our refined practices, our chosen practices that we don't feel pressured to be in, we feel aligned with. One thing that I want to say about this entire reading is that there is a message of breaking out of a sense of breaking out of and not leaning into codependency. So while we have these relationships and while we have these, valued aspects that we should look toward, to sort of rebalance that state of coming to stay balanced in chaotic states that we may find ourselves in. Support is what is needed. Support is what is going to be most substantial. Codependency and lack of autonomy can be can lead to more problems. So we want to try to really, appreciate the relationships to things and people that we have that support us, but also at the same time, we want to keep in mind that everybody and everything has its own purpose, has their own purpose. I'm not really sure of how else to say that at the moment. I'm trying to think of a good way. Have their own sense of value, have their own sense of values, and views. And really you want to sort of lean into the views that are common with your own, But you may be surprised if you do take a risk and go out of that commonality to find an unexpected relationship of commonality in a place or a situation that is new. This reading really spoke of new beginnings with the third card being the Death card in reverse. And there may be new relationships, whether they be thoughts to beliefs, people, or actions that we're presented with at this time that we should definitely give ourselves the grace and pursuing or recognizing in the least, so that going forward we have these things in mind. Whew. I think that is the end of that. Number 7, going deeper section. Let me sum it up again, is basically letting us know that it's safe to lean into the desired and valued aspects of life during this Cancer season, especially when things feel tumultuous, and advises to do so while also being mindful and not exercising codependency, putting too much of ourselves on others, and disregarding our own autonomy. All right, it's time for the final position in this layout, which is that of the Oracle message, and it's brought by the, I think the Wild Unknown Archetypes is the name of this deck. I don't know. But 3 cards came out, as you can see. The first was the Creator, the second is Thanatos, and the third is the Ring. So with these 3 cards coming out, it feels definitely like the Oracle energy is really trying to highlight this instance of balance, bringing harmony, right? So the Creator, the source, creation, we all have the capacity to create, and leaning into that creation is what really has saved so many people from their own individual sense of demise, right? And then Thanatos, for instance, and then Thanatos is actually the Greek god personification of the demise of life or death. So I thought that was really interesting. And then and then for the Ring, it's like there is a sense of harmony that can come from both of these aspects, the creation and the death of matters in our lives. There is a lot of I'm trying to think of the word. It's a divine partnership. It's a divine balance. It's a divine commitment that's being highlighted here. And it's committing to that sense of balance. It's committing to that sense of understanding. And I love the depictions, how the Creator is like this burst of color, unified, while the Thanatos is like this spider web. And for the spider web, it's like we can get entangled in it. The lies, deceptions, and betrayals, the trauma and the grief that comes with a lot of hardships, right? But with this ring, it's like the rings are netted together. They're entangled together. There's like 4 layers of rings surrounded by this colorful, almost, it looks like a residual color burst, residual energy. right? So it's wonderful because it's reminding us that we do have the ability to obtain and sustain and to nurture this sense of balance in our lives. And on a larger scale, with everything going on in the world, knowing that is a great first step. Understanding that is a great first step, and really encountering the rest of this season with, a sense of confidence and a sense of faith. Especially when met with opposing energies or oppositional intentions or desires from anywhere else outside of ourselves, and from those spaces like the space of rumination, the space of imposter syndrome, and things like that. So that can also come from inside of us. It's good to not get entangled. I said grief earlier, and it's important to grieve. It is so important to go through the process of grief, because it's actually like coming to terms with, and is a form of, my cat's playing with toys in the background. I took a little video, so I'll share that on the Instagram. But it's coming to terms with the state of life as it is. We're now going to go into the 3 cards that came out before the reading, that were just jumping out from the Power deck cards of wisdom. This card is the Enduring card. Enduring, E-N-D-U-R-I-N-G. Enduring is basically grinning and bearing it. And in this card, it says, how can you be alone if you are a part of everything? You are the totality of enduring existence. Therefore, nothing in existence can upset you. So I think that with the energy of enduring, it's coming to a state of understanding that there are going to be these opposing points during this season, during the summer, and that we're liable to come in contact with. And this also does expand on the importance of having your own sense of a community or a tribe that you can reach out to for that support of restoring that balance. With that supportive energy, that will bring you to a place of being back in balance with what it is that will supplement you most at any given time. Go team. The next card is number 8, Nurturing. And what I got from this card is, if you listen and feel, Mother Earth will heal you as you heal her with the nurturing force of timeless give and take. Prayer enables you to take power out of the mind and then place it into the hands of the earth and sky deities. Try to see through the mirage of social barriers that cloud the eyes of women and men the world over. Nurture your dreams. And that goes back to the very original thing I said in this video, the quote from Eleanor Roosevelt that just tied into this Cancer season so well, and into this message entirely so beautifully. Even a continuous message of find the guarded kivas that and sacred places where you have hidden your heart and nurture your spirit. I think there's going to be a great amount of opportunity to do that at this time. But I think it's going to require going in and uncovering a sense of oasis or paradise inside of ourselves by unveiling, the truth of what we want, who we are, and everything that comes with that. and acting accordingly and doing what needs to be done. The next card is number 18, and it stands for mystery. So this could not be more of a Cancerian energy here with mystery coming out. Cancer energy is the planet associated, the celestial body associated with Cancer is the moon, which if you look in the tarot, the moon card is the card of mystery. So I keep getting this feeling that I say, even though I just said like to, while having a tribe is important, there may be some of us who are looking to reinvigorate or rearrange our tribe by introducing more aligned energies into the tribe, or into our surroundings or into our immediates, and develop different relationships. And I think there's a lot of mystery in that, and a lot of ability in that. What I got from this is a shaman can teach you about power, a magician can train you to become strong in spirit and competent in your endeavors in life. Welcome the mystery and allow the miracle of existence to emerge from the darkness to transform you. So I don't know. I feel like that's pretty tit for tat. Definitely, there's a degree of openness that needs to be had during this summer season, during this Cancer season. It is the opening of summer season. So that energy, embodying that energy to a degree, like be mindful of who you are and who you are around. And don't disperse your energy just willy-nilly. Protect your energy. And protect your person and everything, but be open to new things and new adventures this Cancer season. That is pretty much most of what I got from this. The 818 of the two cards from these three cards that I just went over was definitely giving me a feeling of like, this energy could be more prominent toward the end of the summer, toward the end of, or mid-August, possibly into the beginning of September, where we are able to really establish new relationships and build on them in a fundamental, substantial manner. Right now, I'm shuffling for the summer messages. I will be giving summer messages for the modalities, and then continuing on those modalities in the seasoning with soul for the summer solstice. That is also going to be hopefully on the channel by the 23rd, hopefully by the 23rd, up on the YouTube and Instagram, and probably TikTok too. So go ahead and check them all out. TikTok tends to like cut it off a little bit. The dimensions, I guess, are not absolute. All right, this is the final section of this entire reading where I'm going to be pulling special summer messages for each of the sign modalities. The modalities are cardinal, fixed, and mutable. Cardinal is Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and Aries. Fixed is Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. Mutables are Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Gemini. And of course, I had to check out the bottom of the deck energy, and that was the Oracle energy, number 28, saying, spirits of other worlds, tell me the tales of the unknown, tell me the tales of the forbidden. Cardinals, your summer message from the sun god is, come all, come now, expand into the skies and into the shadows below. This is giving busy. This is giving busy people maybe around you that are interested in working with you, or energies themselves that are working, being around you this season. The sun is shining hard in this oracle card, and it feels like it's also a great time to show up with more vulnerability and stand in your power. The sun god is focused as he stands in his cloak made of honey, dripping in the sweetness, embodying a lot of solar energy and a lot of sacral chakra energy. So that's about power and creation. That's about doing and creating. Fixed signs, you got the goat, number 13, which is also a 4 for me. So there's definitely the stability happening for fixed signs and cardinal signs here. The goat says, fearless I am in the path I choose, for I've never been led astray, always finding my way. And at this time of this summer, this message reminds you to trust in the process, trust in your choices, and to go about things with a more fearless confidence than not. Finally, for mutables, this energy of vision, number 43, which is 7 for me, is on a whole nother level of really discerning and understanding which cords at this time need to be cut, which aspects of life we want to fall into celebrating, and understanding that we have specific goals, we have specific desires, and manifesting those desires by making them clear. And that concludes the reading for now. If you want to get more detailed messages for your summer, go ahead and be sure to watch the Seasoning with Soul Summer Solstice Edition, which is coming out super soon, by the 23rd. And I hope that you've enjoyed this reading. I hope that you've gotten some information that applies to you. If you have, go ahead and let me know. Leave me a comment, comment a sun, goat, and that pink little hibiscus looking flower. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to say. Comment whichever you'd like, as many times as you like, in addition to anything else, but definitely let me know if you've enjoyed this, and thank you so much again for watching. Thank you so much for your time. Remember to be love, stay light, and that you got this. The summer is feeling great. I hope you enjoy it. Until next time, toodles.